So my opponent brought up an argument about speeding, that even though you can't catch all speeders, enforcement of speeding reduces mayhem on the streets. And that may be true. But when it comes to the enforcement of drugs or drug use, we find that the opposite is true. For example, in the United States, a survey of 17 countries found that despite its punitive drug policies, the United States had the highest levels of illegal cocaine and cannabis use. In contrast to that, speaking about Portugal, since decriminalization, lifetime prevalence rates, which measure how many people have consumed a particular drug or drugs over the course of their lifetime, have decreased for various age groups. And then there's a bunch of numbers, but you can believe me, they've decreased. They're negative. In terms of the ineffectiveness of treatment, generally, treatment success is measured by abstinence. And in the words of Mark Kleinman, a professor of policy studies at UCLA, the goal of treatment is widely understood as producing immediate, total, and lasting abstinence. Any other outcome is scored as a failure. Because addicts represent the minority of drug users, and because most treatment episodes reduce drug use rather than eliminating it entirely, treatment has little impact on the total number of drug users. However, it dramatically reduces the total damage. Another point that was brought up is that many states don't have stringent or strict licensing requirements or regulatory structure when it comes to treatment, and that's precisely what we would agree with that 100%. We're arguing that less money needs to be put into the prison system, and that money instead should be diverted into improving the treatment system. Another argument was brought up that substance treatment costs too much for an addict to pay for it, and again, we would agree with that. However, according to another study, if only 10% of drug-addicted offenders receive drug rehabilitation instead of jail time, the criminal justice system would save $4.8 billion compared to current costs. If 40% of offenders received treatment instead of jail, those savings would rise to $12.9 billion. So in terms of the financial outlay, it's clearly in the cards. If prison sentences were reduced, treatment is actually less expensive than prison. And according to the research, it's more effective as well.